Hello, and welcome back, valued customers, to another episode of Evan's Enchanted Emporium. My name is Becky, and I'm Evan's assistant. I know he usually shows you the merchandise personally, but he said that he had a business meeting on a past day that he needed to go to.
I'm not fucking afraid of you!
Today, I'm going to talk about Calecor skull globes, but really quick. Please give this video a like if you learned something new, subscribe and turn on notifications to see future videos. Your support really helps us out. And special thanks to our sponsor, Abadar Corp. So before we can talk about using a Calecor skull, we need to talk about what a Calecor is. So when a planet goes through some really hard times like an asteroid impact, a super war, people not going to church,
in fealty of the God Emperor, our undying Lord, and by the grace of the Golden Throne,
or some other fourth thing that causes a lot of life on the planet to die at once. This event will cause a ripple effect as the souls of people, animals, and fae travel from the material plane to the boneyard. For some reason, the First World, or as some call it the Fae Wild, reacts really badly to so many of their sparkly and furry friends dying at once, and the mixing of all the bad juju from a planet getting dabbed on. And Fae shenanigans creates a Calecor. A Calecor is the embodiment of the planetary disaster and will immediately travel from the First World to the planet and try to fix its broken world. Like the name suggests, a Calecor skull globe can only be used as an item after it dies. This can happen because the Calecor has healed the planet enough that it is no longer needed. Or on the other end of the spectrum, a Calecor can die because it comes to the realization that the planet has no hope of ever recovering. Or it can succumb to the most common form of monster death by murder hobos. A Calecor skull globe can be found on page 25 of the Alien Archive 2. It's a level 17 magic item, it costs 250,000 credits, and has a bulk of 1. Each skull globe is bonded to the planet it was made from. Half of the globe looks like the planet pre-disaster, and the other half looks like it does currently. By touching the skull, you are allowed to use clairaudience or clairvoyance at the location of your choice on the planet, regardless of your distance or familiarity to that location. As long as you are concentrating on this, you can zoom in and look at anything you want, just like the government. I mean, the government can't do that. And even if they did, it would be for our own good, right? Additionally, once per week, you, and as many of your buddies that can put their hand on the skull at once, can use interplanetary teleport to instantly travel to the location you are looking at on the planet, even if you are on another plane of existence. Like I said before, the only way to get your hands on a Calecor skull would be to have the Calecor die. The only issue with trying to kill a Calecor is the fact that it is a challenge rating 17 creature. So if you do want to kill it, you better bring your growed up pants and an unsettling amount of firepower. I mean, I guess you could try to use starship weapons on it, because when used against creatures, starship weapons deals 10 times what you roll. Just to give you some perspective, tactical nukes deal 5d8 damage. And a Calecor has 300 HP, so unless you deal max damage, the Calecor would still survive. And after getting attacked, it would most likely proceed to hide in a cave. And with how item damage works, you're in for a Krieg level of siege. Murder hobo tactics aside, you could also get your hands on its skull by helping the Calecor fix its planet. It would make for a really cool reward at the end of the questline. Or on the other hand, you could go the Teen Girl route and cyberbully it until it gives up and dies. A Calecor skull would be a useful item for any party to have, but in my opinion, you would need a higher level party to get the most out of it. And here's why. I feel like a Calecor skull really lends itself to base building because of the simple fact that it is bound to a single planet. And in my experience, your typical party won't start messing around with base building until higher levels. And while a lower level party would be able to start squatting in an abandoned building, it could be harder for them to properly secure such a valuable item. Well, valued customers, that is going to wrap it up for this episode of Evan's Enchanted Emporium. In the comments below, tell me how you would use a Calecor skull globe in your game. Also remember to subscribe and turn on notifications.
Hey you rascals, thank you for watching our video. Click here to subscribe, click here to watch one of our newer videos, and click here if you feel like watching something random. Have a good day.
Ma, I fucking gotta kill Stan, not because of his flat ass, but because he's a goddamn heretic.